G'day viewers. Something different. Today I'm in my shed, so there's no Spanky, no Graham. This is my little shed. Now I've filmed videos here in the past. I've filmed some repair videos. I've done one on King of Diamonds. I did Apollo, repairing a number of step units, including the score reels, I believe, the credit unit, and the ball count unit. So it's a little dark in here today. I've sort of got the lights off, give it a bit of the ambience. And I've got my pinball machines all on, ready to show you. So those certificates you're looking at there, they're the ones that were awarded to us in Chicago last year. One was for the Goat Shed Fireside Chat, and the other was for the Tech Talk with Mark Gibson from Fun with Pinball and Mike Hale, who's now the project manager at Pastimes Arcade in Girard, Ohio, which I believe opens very, very soon. Was slated to open in April. I'm not sure where they're up to there. Okay, so let's show you this. There's a sign my kids bought me, Kim's Pinball Parlour, some time ago. We have pug dogs, so there's a warning there about pug dogs. What else can we show you? Oh, there's that pinball trading card one. We didn't even know about that. That was a bit of a thrill to get that. So I think that was done on the evening we left. I think that was the, what day did we leave? I think we left on the Saturday. We had to keep our schedule up. Here's a lot of my American number plates. Now I've got one from each state that I've been to, and I just added to that, and some people gave us a few more. So there's Illinois, Nevada, California, Arizona, Indiana. Now here's one here from North Carolina. I haven't been there, but you know, someone kindly gave that to me. I hope to get over that part of the east one day. I'd love to have a look over there, and I'd love to go over and meet my good friend Ronnie and Joe from Joe's Classic Arcade in South Carolina. And there's one from Virginia. I haven't been there either. And there was a special one here somewhere. Where is it? Yeah, two from Illinois there. One says apportioned. I'll have to look that up and see what that means. And I've got two from Pennsylvania. I've got one more to hang up. It's a motorbike one. I had to get a rusty old bolt out of that, which I've since done. So that's my little collection of American number plates. Now, there's my two oldest machines. Banker Ball from 1965 and Tropic Isle from 62. Now, Tropic Isle is the very first pinball I really ever played as about a 10-year-old, and that would have been in about 1963 or thereabouts. We loved the monkeys going up the tree, and the fact that you could get 3 replays if you got the 3 to the top of the tree. Now, this machine has been meticulously done up. Had the front door chromed, all nice chrome legs. They need a bit of a polish, and it was painted all down the side there. Okay, so Graham painted that for me. And the back box, that's a new back glass. I think that came from Shea. I can't really remember. Now this is the one I've actually recently bought a new old stock playfield for, so we'll be fitting that in the coming months, so I look forward to that. You can see we've got a bit of, this could have been repaired, but I couldn't miss the opportunity to get a new playfield. Mind you, it cost a ton of money to get it here, but playfield itself was about $900 US, but by the time I got it here it was almost double that, so it doesn't take long to add up. So with winter coming on here soon, it's currently autumn, and I'll be doing a little bit of work. All my machines pretty well work. This banker ball, I'll have to give the playfield a bit of a wax and clean my glasses. And there's a couple of things that I noticed are wrong. Got up the top there, that post is too tall. It's uphill, so same on the other side. So I think what happens is the two tall posts go here and here, and they're same on the other side, and the short posts go there. I do have one ball which is not right, but I'm not over worried about that. I probably should have, when I was in America last year and I was at Steve's, I probably should have bought them. I think there's two of them. I know they're very expensive, but you know, if I had bought them over there, I would have saved myself a fortune in freight. Here's my Aquarius. Now, this one was also painted. Door was all chromed. And the playfield was all fixed up. So up here where it says D. Gottlieb & Co. and up there, that area, that was all gouged, like where the balls kick out of the hole, and we had to make a new logo, and that's all been clear coated. So that's quite a nice playfield. And I've just got a little bit of fine tuning to do on this. I'd like to put pop bumper repair kits in, and when we sort of serviced it and done it up, it's probably 5 years ago now, we didn't have any pop bumper skirts, and you can see that they're pretty worn. So I'm going to replace those. We have those in stock now. I've replaced some lamp sockets in this. There's a dim lamp just there. It could be a bad socket, but I've actually now got sockets. So I've got a lot of sockets to put in Tropic Isle. So here's my King of Diamonds. I think I got this in 2017. When I got it, the guy I bought it off wasn't exactly honest and upfront. He told me that all the card armatures and everything were intact, but in fact 7 were broken. So I had to buy all new ones, which cost me a lot of money. But this has been all done up. The playfield, once again, it could do with a bit of a wax, and as I mentioned a minute ago, I'll be doing a little bit of maintenance on the machines over the winter period, clean all the playfields, have a look at the balls, see if we need any balls changing out. So King of Diamonds, a very popular game. The roto works really nicely on that. Sing Along. So Sing Along from 1967. The back glass on this is really, really nice. Really, really nice. The playfield, it's not 100% perfect, but it's not too bad. Unfortunately, I've got the glasses on these, and I can't get, I've got 8 machines in this shed, and I can't get to them all without using the trolley to move a few around. So that's my Sing Along. It's got a couple of, during the summer when I was playing, when it was getting a bit hotter, I noticed a couple of the run-out switches on resetting were a bit dodgy, and it wasn't resetting 100% of the time. Probably the expansion of the heat. So I need to clean and adjust those, I think. Other than that, Sing Along goes pretty good. I do need to, it's not kicking properly into the green hole. It's kicking way too hard. So I need to adjust the angle of the kicker here, and also fiddle around with the spring on this one. That makes a difference. Now let me think. It's kicking too hard, so I need to lessen that spring, I think, from memory, or is it strengthen it? There's a bit of a funny trick to these, that I fiddle around with them. So Sing Along's all good to go. Now next we have Williams Apollo. It's also from 1967 with the bag of tell feature in the back. The back glass on this is not good. The paint around the head box is not good. I've left that deliberately to give it a bit of patina. I may paint that one day. This is a good example of this game. The playfield's in very good condition. The back glass, as I said, unfortunately isn't. I am thinking about buying one of those foils from Koos in the Netherlands, which I've actually got on my banker ball. I forgot to mention that. So Apollo hasn't really given me any trouble. The only thing that was really ever wrong with it, and we did a video on the replay unit on this, it wouldn't go to the full 37 replays. What's it on now? 18, because there's a really badly bent cut-off switch in the back of it. But that's all fixed up. So if you want to have a look about a replay unit on a Williams game, have a look at our video on the Williams replay unit. That's the one that was done on this particular game. Good fun game, Apollo. I really enjoy playing Apollo. Now next up we have Full House from 1966. And you probably notice that these are all machines. My youngest one is Aquarius from 1970. I like the 60s games. That's the era I grew up in. And I love 2-inch flippers. I'm not a big fan of 3-inch. I'll play them, but all my machines are 2-inch flipper games. So, Full House. See, I've got Kim's Pinball Parlour there. A friend of ours did that. Once again, the back glass on this isn't real beaut. And I'm really waiting. If that Coos does end up doing one, I mean, I can send him a scan of that if I want to go and pay about $90 and get it scanned, and he'll make it and charge me. But maybe someone will get it done. I just don't have a lot of time. I'm too busy fixing other people's pinballs. See, game over up there's part of the problem. It's all crazed around Full House. That's got the 455 flashes behind it, and it's all crazed around. I mean, that could be fixed, but I don't have the artistic skills to do that. I can fix the things, but I'm not an artist, and it takes a bit of practice. So Full House is a great game. It's got the slot machine reels on it here. Try and get a bit of focus there for you. Maybe come over this way, it might be easier. There you go. You know, Klondike, Full House, what else? Gold Rush maybe had these. Now here's my second oldest game. This is Soccer by Williams. So this is from 64, yeah. So Tropic Isle 62, Soccer 64, and Bankable 65. Now, Soccer is a great game, and I'd forgotten all about this game. There was a couple around when I was growing up, and when my dad used to come home from golf, we'd go to a fish and chip shop, about 4 miles from my house where I grew up, and we'd get fish and chips on a Saturday night and go and sit up at the beach and eat them. And this particular place had this game. Now, I don't know how many of you know much about it, but when you shoot a ball, at the top rollos up there, it says select red team on the left, just here, or select blue team on the right. And then we've got, that means the red team's selected at the moment. So see, we're right over near blue scores. That's got to go over all the way over here. And once you hit that, or advance it, it'll pay you a goal, or you hit the holes. Now, at the moment, up the top here, the red target there is on, so that says advanced red when lit, and next to it is 100 points. That's always lit. Same over here. But the blue, advanced blue target lights out. So when this gets to the end, it'll change over, and instead of the red light being on, the blue light will be on. And the idea is you're playing against yourself. So in that instance, I had 10 goals, and the red team had 5. Now, because I got 10 goals, that's set to give me a replay. And then when I got to the next lot of goals, which I think is 16 on this, let's see. Yeah, 16, 10, 16. I would have got another replay. And when you get to 11, you light your special. See, special's lit here. So that's on the blue side. So that meant it was for the blue team. So you can get a lot of games on this. I've changed the replay unit. All the scores reels all crazed and you couldn't read the numbers. We had another one, and I think this goes up to 26 credits. But the original one, I think, only went to about 18 or something or other. I'm not sure. Back glasses perspex, it's pretty good. And this animation in here, when you score a goal, that lights up goal, as you can see. And there's a ball down there which comes up and goes ding, hits the bell. So this is a great little game, and you can have fun because, like I said, you're playing against yourself. And, yeah, I really enjoy it. So that's a project that we completed in 2021. It was also painted. Graham did the stencil freehand. It was painted this khaki coloured green house paint. It had been put on with a roller, so there was a lot of work sanding it all back, and there was no original artwork under there. We just had to do it freehand. So Graham is very good at that. We painted the legs red, just as we did on Full House. I think they look pretty good. Full House has got that big coin door there. You know, they finished it, I think in 66. It might have been a Go-Go or something like that was the last game to have it. And some of them came out with that style cabinet, which, so it's shaped oddly for the deeper coin door. And those Williams stickers are good to have too. Hopefully, I think we've got one or two more of them laying around. So I've got a bit of work to do in the winter. It's easy to sort of let your own machines go. Like I said, there's not much wrong with any of them, just little things. As I mentioned, soccer, we've got to do a score reel on. The 1,000 point sort of wasn't resetting intermittently. It's just the switch was, I think it's dirty. I quickly cleaned it and used my finger to close the gap, but I want to check that properly. We've got sing-along, as I mentioned. We've got that kick-out hole issue. Apollo, there is a relay that's, when you hit the points, so if you've got the red bumper on, you hit one point, it changes to the other colour bumper and vice versa. That's one thing. Occasionally the advance at the top is going out and not coming back on, so there's got to be a dirty switch there somewhere. I'll have to have a look at that. That's no big deal. I mentioned about Aquarius. We've got to do the bumper skirts and probably put bumper kits in. And definitely when we do Tropic Isle, we'll do a video on that and show you a bit about what we did. Remember, we did an abracadabra there not that long ago, and we've done a video on that. Bankable really needs a fair bit of work on the cabinet. I may consider getting a new cabinet for that. I'm not sure. I'll have a talk to Steve, the cabinet maker guy, and see what he says. He'll probably say you need a new cabinet. Try and sell me one, eh? But apart from that, when we get Tropic Isle, it'll get re-rubbered and it's going to get all new lamp sockets in it, naturally enough. And I recently, you know, the slide, where the score reel slide in those 60s games in and out, and they've got the clips that hold them in place, and those clip holes they wear and break, and the score reel slides all over the place. There's a guy in, somewhere in the USA, his name's Derek Detrick. Now, I found him through a Facebook post, I think in one of the pinball groups, probably EM Pinball, I think. And he's actually made those slides. So I bought a quantity of those off him a while ago, because Bankable will need some and Tropic Isle will need some. And, well, replace all of them, top and bottom, so that's 6 slides. And I think we bought a dozen or so. So if we get any repairs in, we can fix them up. It's just a matter of drilling them out. You can put a nut and bolt in them, like a machine screw and nut. I can't remember what size, but we'll work that out. So I'll be doing that as well. And we'll show you that process when we do it. So yeah, this is my shed if you were remotely interested. That's actually it. And there's not much more to show you. The big desk up the back is full of crap at the moment. I really need to clean that up a bit. I've got some of my daughter's stuff is stored in here, and you may have seen under Full House there's a couple of bags of stuff. And I got my pinball trolley underneath soccer, that lives there. And just to give you an overview of what we're talking about here, So that's the back of soccer. There's full house. So I can't, the only machine I can easily get out of here is a Apollo. I've got one of those trolleys. There it is there. It's make it easy to move things. But if I want to get, if I really want to get at Aquarius, Tropic Isle or Banker Ball, I've got to move full house out of the road. And King of Diamonds and Sing Along are the same. I've got to move soccer out of the road. But it doesn't take long to do when you've got the trolley. It's just a bit of a nuisance. I'm trying to figure out how to get one more machine in here. And some people ask me what's my next machine I'd really like. Well, what I would really like would be to go with my other Williams games, would be a Williams Magic City. I think Magic City's from '67. Look, we used to play that as a kid. And or maybe a Williams Heatwave or Touchdown. Well, Wayne Nyans was a great designer, and so was Norm Clark. I think they were probably on par. Like, Clark had his ideas, Wayne had his ideas. But this is a Clark design. And, you know, when you think about it, it's quite clever. And, oh, the other thing I didn't show you, there's a goal thing in here. So that's a kicker. So you get the ball in there, and it'll kick it back up, and it'll select your team again. So if that went down and you were going for red, when you come back up, it'll reselect red, and all you've got to do is hit a red bumper or the red advance here or one of the rollover buttons, and wham, you've got another goal. And that helps you get your goal score up there. It's pretty cool, isn't it? I really enjoy playing with soccer. Anyhow, that's my shed. Hope you enjoyed the tour of it. If you watched this far, thanks for watching. Don't forget to give us the big thumbs up. And this has been another Goat Shed presentation.